Grand Rising Sunshine. Hello, Tammy. I have to watch the live rerun. Rihanna's big transfer. I don't know what that is. Hi, Irish. Hi, beautiful angel. Grand Rising Country Fried Hillbilly. I love your energy, brother. Send over our heads. Okay. Let's pull it back a little bit so you guys can see everything. There we go. There's no end in hearts of believers. I know, it's already Thursday of this week. I can't even. Hello, Mary Believes. Welcome in. Grand Rising, beautiful Christina. Hello, Angel. Be defined. Oh, look at that. 5 of my friends are live. How amazing is that? I love that. I love it. Everybody's starting to step into and teach. And in April, I know this year is flying by. You were visited last night. Oh, awesome. I want to hear the story. That's amazing. I love being visited. It's great. Hi, Cindy. Hi, beautiful angel. Grand Rising, Karen. Hi, beautiful angel. How are you feeling? I'm just sending out so much love and light out there to you, darling. That whatever it is going to pass quickly. Hello, Cindy. Hi, beautiful angel. It had been a while. Yeah. Sharing and lending a hand for this plan. For the plan. The plan. I asked Spirit today, what's the next step? And I'm waiting for an answer. I'm waiting for an answer. We've still got a lot of lessons to learn from Anna. A few more from the Ascended Masters. And from John, a little bit more. But, yeah, our mission. You got some more clarity on that, Christina? Then we've got Anna, the voice of the Magdalines. And, you know, we still didn't go through We still haven't gone through Earth, Plating Keys to the Living Library. I mean, there's always so much to learn. Always so much to learn. The Ascension Glossary has so much information. That's in our Discord. I've been led towards also the freedom teaching. So there's always so much to learn. We are forever students, but also teachers. And yes, just keep doing what you're doing. You are on the right path with their protection and guidance. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I feel like that is a collective message for all of us, Christina. Just keep doing what we're doing. Shining our light, teaching when it comes up, right? Sharing our truths. This is what we do to ascend the planet and to ascend ourselves. This is what we do. Right? Hello, Pia. Hello, beautiful angel. Victoria, how are you doing, darling? How's that vote coming? I got to do my votes for today. I did them yesterday. I'm doing them every day for you. It takes literally less than a minute to vote for our sister Victoria and her beautiful, beautiful picture. You're still in first. Yes, of course you are. Of course you are, because angels come in at number 1 always. Yes, so many changes for many of us to have faith that what we cannot see is aligning with our purpose. Yes, absolutely. You are going to win. You are going to win. Yep. I see it. I see that you win. Yep. Because you have the power of the angels behind you. You have the power of the angels behind you. Yep. And that's amazing. Always. Yes, she does deserve this. She does deserve it. Absolutely. Buongiorno. Love is the key if skies are to welcome. Grand rising flower power. Hello, beautiful angel. Well, we love you. Sky set. Hey, Bobby Rocks. I see you, Bobby Rocks. It's been a long road. Been a long road, but we're starting to go through the doors of ascension. The doors. Hello, Brandy. Hi, beautiful angel. I wouldn't change anything either. I wouldn't change, not a thing. Nothing. Because when you change things, even things that are not so high frequency, it changes your whole, the whole thing. Yep. But we are multidimensional. And every choice that we make, another part of us goes with that choice, with the other choice. I do believe that. All right. Here is our rainbow butterflies. And, oh, love wins. Universe says love wins. I agree. Love does win. Love always wins. Mama cries. Okay. We got our cards for the day, our message from the Ascended Master and Anna this morning. After snaps, we've got some more from John. So lots of messages coming through today. And here we go. Welcome in, everybody. It's already Thursday, the 10th of April. And today is the anniversary of my mother's passing. So, today it's usually a really sad day for me, but I can say I'm not that sad today. I'm in a great mood, and my mom is here giving me a big old hug and saying, keep going, love wins. Love wins. We'll never fall if we walk hand in hand because love wins. Yep. Oh, no worries, Betty. No worries. Always divine time, and it will be on the YouTube if you want to go back and check it out later. Our chakra wisdom for the day is knowledge. Knowledge. Hi, Trina. Hi, beautiful angel. I recognize that a great deal of knowledge and information comes to me in the form of intuition, such as clairvoyance, clairaudience, and hypersensitive feelings. I use my intellect combined with my intuition to delve into circumstances from a philosophical and spiritual viewpoint. Yes, I aim to understand the truth behind situations that come my way, as this helps me to respond with wisdom. I cultivate positive beliefs about life, myself, and others. Yes. And that's the third eye. That's the sixth chakra. The sixth chakra. All right. Now we have our healing energy. Our healing energy says inner strength. Nothing moves me from my path to the light because I have complete confidence in myself. I realize my innate qualities and abilities and know that with God I can do anything. All the power I need is within me. All the power you need is within you. That's your inner strength. Unconditional love. My heart is free from resentment towards others. I open the eyes of my heart and discover the light and beauty in every being. I am aware that suffering can cause distress and hurt in people. I see the pure child in everyone and practice forgiveness. Yes. And wisdom. God has a plan for me. I live here now, knowing beauty is to come. Hello, April. Hi, beautiful angel. Traveling soldier is on. That's a soldier coming through for one of you. God has a plan for me. I live here now, knowing beauty is to come. I don't force things to happen faster than the universe has decided for me. I learn from my experiences, take small steps in faith, and succeed thanks to all my efforts. Wisdom, yes. You. Hello, Lynette. Hi, beautiful angel. Here's our work your light. To him they shoulder. There's the star mother. Star mother, how can you mother yourself? Beautiful. The crumbling. This is what's happening now, the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? Are you clinging on to anything? Let it go. The crumbling is happening. And unbound. We are all unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. We're releasing it all so that we can rise. So that we can rise. Yes. Hello, Pia. It's great to have you here, darling. We love you too. Everyone always comes in divine time. If there's a message you need to hear, you'll come in. Let it rain. Let it rain. Allowing what is inevitability. Trust. Hello, Mark. Hello, darling. Yes, please don't forget to vote for our sister Victoria today. It takes less than a minute. I will put another reminder in Discord. And if you want to duet her video on it and share it, and we'll just get her to number 1. On call, healer, seer, priestess, soul purpose. Soul purpose. Yes, wonderful, Mark. Wonderful. Thank you for the little jester kitties. And ride the waves, guys. We are pro surfers. We were built for this. Life lessons and growth. You will get through this. If you're going through anything, you will get through it. I just saw Nana pass by. My mom went by Nana. Nana Net was my mom. All right, here is our fairy card. Our fairy. We are the silver surfers. Yes. And light. Light is our card. The fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. Yes, absolutely, flower power. No worries. We hold the light in our hands. We hold the power in our hands. We have the magic in our hands. Here's our angel card for the day. Our angel says, opportunity to forgive. This situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies, and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. Yes. Ah, right? There's no coincidences here. No coincidences. Here's our animal for the day. And it's your personal choice again today. What are you feeling? Are you feeling the dragon? Are you feeling the butterfly? Are you feeling the seal or the whale? It's your personal choice. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? And embrace these qualities. Oh, that's amazing. You love your soldiers. You assisted many working hospice with the visiting nurses. Yeah, my grandpa was a soldier, and my dad was a soldier. A male cardinal. Oh, I love that. I love that. Yes, if you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. Yes. We have to go through these things in order to not be stagnant in our growth. How many people have aha moments daily? Daily. I have aha moments daily now almost. Attune to Dream Life FM. Imagine the way you'll feel once your greatest dreams are realized. Now amplify that feeling. Expand it out through your eyes and heart. Program this vibration the way you would a car radio dial. So Dream Life FM is always at your fingertips, singing through the airwaves, elevating you to a higher and higher frequency. Yes. Yes. Reading without meditation is like eating without digesting. I agree. I agree. I do agree. Here is our beautiful butterfly for the day. It is easy for me to attract all that I need into my life. I do this by relaxing and trusting that things are going to work out perfectly. Yes. Everything always works out perfectly. We are perfectly imperfect beings. Perfectly imperfect beings. And here is our ascended master, Lady Venus. Downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Yes, absolutely. Lady Venus came in last night. You cannot make this stuff up. Lady Venus is with us today. And I'm going to share with you my beautiful mama. Back there behind Lady Venus. Oh, there she is. Okay. Because she's always with us. Smiling over us. I do have a message from Aurora today. Right? This is a beautiful message. It is, you are a gift to this world. You are a gift to this world. There is a great deal of ascension energy pouring onto the planet at this time. This means that many of you are going to experience heightened state of consciousness, higher vibrational energies, and in general, the ability to raise your own personal vibration. Yes. For years now, you have been in training to be the light worker that you are. You have been preparing for this very moment. Now is the time to shine your light into the world and allow others to see it too. The joy of ascension begins now. You are a light worker. You are a light warrior. You are blazing a trail out of darkness and into the light. You are a leader of humanity, and it is time to lead. Muster all of your courage, your strength, your faith, your trust in yourself, for this journey has only just begun. You may not be able to see it yet, but you're surrounded by a benevolent army of light warriors. They have come to support you on your quest for ascension. They are here for you, and they want nothing more than for you to succeed in this endeavor that you have set upon. Hello, Jules. Hi, beautiful. This is what happens when you shine bright. You attract other people who want to shine bright as well. The more you shine your unique light into the world, the more other people will do the same. And when that happens, we create an upward spiral that inspires more and more people to shine their lights too. Now is the time to take action and align yourself with your true self. Ascension means rising above the density of the third dimension to transition into higher vibrations and states of consciousness. It is a challenging thing to do at first, so it is important to honor yourself as you go through this process. You cannot fail, but if you do not believe this for yourself, then failure will be the only option that remains available to you. Be strong in your resolve and know that each step you take brings you closer to the life of your dreams, each moment closer to freedom from all the pain and suffering that has plagued the human race since its inception on this planet. Your light is shining so brightly that it is attracting other seekers who long for the same freedom you do. And they will follow your lead into the light. You are not alone, even though it may feel like it at times. If you already know about the difference between your soul and your spirit, then you are one step closer to understanding your purpose here on earth. Aha! Ding, ding, ding. As you begin to navigate the path of ascension, you will learn more and more about your divine gifts. Each gift is a piece of the puzzle. We talked about puzzles yesterday. That reveals your purpose here on earth. Some may be obvious to you. Others may take a lifetime to completely understand and develop. When you awaken, you will become aware of these gifts, which may have been hidden from your conscious mind for many years. You may discover them in an instant, or it might take time for them to emerge. This doesn't mean they aren't there. You simply haven't discovered them yet. Even though they lie dormant in your energy field, they are there, just waiting for you to wake up and tap into their power. It all depends on where you are on the path of awakening and how fast you want to go. Many of you live your lives as if every experience is a lesson or an opportunity for growth. Perhaps it is, but the ultimate gift is your own awakening. When you have awakened, when you are in the flow of love and creativity, when you are unencumbered by beliefs and desires, then you will see that this life, as difficult as it can be at times, is a gift. You will see that each new moment gives you the opportunity to choose joy, compassion, and kindness, and that all experience then becomes an opportunity for growth. You are far more than the sum total of your experiences. Everything that happens to you does not create who you are. Who you are is a mystery. It is the presence that animates your body and mind, the awareness that knows all things without exception. This awareness does not change from one experience to another. It does not change because of loss or gain. It does not change at all. It simply is. You are a gift to your family, friends, teachers, and community. You are a gift to this world. Your unique presence and perspective are something that no one else can fulfill. You being you is what the world needs right now. Thank you for being here now. We love you dearly. We are here with you. We are your family of light. We are the Galactic Federation of Light. Aho, Aurora Ray, Ambassador of the Galactic Federation. Beautiful message. Beautiful. You are blazing a trail out of darkness and into the light. You are a leader of humanity, and it is time to lead. That is our message. That is our message. It is time. Be the blazing stars. Be the blazing stars. Yep. All right. Now we have our message from Anna. From Anna, grandmother of Jesus, a message of wisdom and love. This is Joachim's departure. Joachim's departure. Now it is with great sadness that I wish to tell you of the passing of Joachim into the realms of divine light. It was during the time that we were eagerly awaiting the return of Mary Anna from her 3 months long visit with Elizabeth in Bethlehem that Joachim began reluctantly to share his knowing with me that it would not be long before he would be leaving the earth plane. He told me about dreams that informed him that his time was drawing nigh, and that unlike his Miriam, who chose to ascend her physical body, he would be allowing the elements of his worn form to return to the Earth Mother. He was shown that during his passing into the light, his higher self would infuse the physical elements of his body with an added portion of consciousness to bless the earth. Our beloved teachers, Lord Maitreya and Maha Babaji, were close and began instructing him in the process of consciously lifting up his immortal soul. After 3 months passed, Joseph ben Jacob and Simon took a wagon pulled by donkeys to Bethlehem in order to bring Mary Anna and Rebecca back to Mount Carmel. When they returned, we prepared a formal wedding feast for Mary Anna and Joseph, but not for Rebecca and Simon, who had been married before their light conception had occurred. After 3 days of ritual preparation, Joseph and Mary Anna were traditionally wed beneath the canopy of Abraham and Sarah in the late autumn of 5 BC. In addition to Mary Anna and Joseph, several other couples were also wed in community celebration. Not all were with child, however. As I have already explained, Mary Anna and Rebecca had been blessed with light conceptions, as had also Mary of Magdala and Tabitha. We looked upon these women with reverence. The wedded couples exchanged solemn vows, and then we sang, danced, and rejoiced in jubilant celebration. About a month after the wedding, Joachim came to me while I was laboring in the garden, digging winter root vegetables. He bid me put my tools away and walk with him to Elijah's stone, as we called the sacred altar that Elijah had built shortly before taking his departure within the chariot of the sun. Laying everything aside, we walked to the uppermost knoll of the mount. Not a word did Joachim say to me as we made our way. My heart felt the chill of a nagging foreboding as the cold December winds penetrated my bones. When alas we stood together at the top of the mount, Joachim took me into his arms as we sank upon the dried winter grasses. His face was pale and solemn, yet there was a twinkle in his eyes which eclipsed my fear as I read his body. Still he remained silent as he tenderly took my hands and kissed each finger and palm. Pressing my hands to his parched lips, his dark brown eyes blazed with a fiery energy. It was as though he were the Sphinx itself sitting before me. Then he lifted me into his lap, cradling me as if I were a child. His chest began to heave with suppressed tears. At last, gasping, tears gushed as a river from his heart. I was stunned, unknowing, not allowing myself to know what this extraordinary emotional outburst might mean. When his tears subsided, my face held close to his. In his hands, he began to share his knowing. While gazing intensely into my eyes and speaking in a hushed voice, Joachim explained that he had been out with the sheep and goats, enjoying his communal turn as a shepherd, when he was taken deeply inward. He was shown the earth and all the light beings who were assembling for the birth of the child we would call Yeshua ben Joseph. At this point in his story, the countenance of my beloved began to shine as the sun. The wind whipped around us. Joachim's long curly white hair and beard danced like fiery serpents around his head. Our heavy woolen shawls billowed as we clung to one another. It was now my turn to weep, as I slowly realized that my beloved would no longer be physically by my side. Then, with great resolve, I surrendered my will in order to facilitate the greater part as I understood it. My chest continued to heave, even as Joachim's had before. Finally, we lay spent, our arms and legs entwined. Our hearts sought each other and wove tendrils of light until a tapestry of eternal love was woven, which our physical parting could not tear asunder. So slowly we opened our eyes to behold the truth in each other. We are eternally one. In that knowing, there was immense comfort. Shaken and weak, we held to each other as we arose and turned homewards. The sun broke through thick, gray clouds, as if the hand of God were blessing us. We followed the golden rays of light to our abode, where we sought refuge among our Essene family. We sent word to our children, who lived in Galilee and Judea, to come and join us in a feast in Mount Carmel. After supper, we called the members of our immediate family to come to our small chamber. Within the dim glow of candles and terracotta lamps, Joachim took each child, now grown, into his arms and poured anointing oil upon their heads. Over each one he pronounced a father's blessing. Our tears flowed. We could not imagine what we would do without Joachim's presence. Over Mary Anna he lingered, placing his hands upon her swollen belly. Light burst forth around us, and each of us was calmed and comforted. The following day was the Sabbath. After the ritual observances, Joachim called the entire Carmel community to gather in the sanctuary. He explained that he would soon be taking his departure, but knew not the exact hour. Each soul went forth to his patriarch of Carmel to receive a blessing. Those of our family who were our sons-in-laws, daughter-in-laws, nieces, nephews, cousins, and grandchildren who had not been called to come to our small room now received a father's blessing from his beloved soul. Joachim had been such a constant companion, teacher, and brother that it was difficult to imagine how our Carmel family could get along without him. So it was that weeks went by with no further hint of Joachim's departure. However, knowing our days together were far fewer than our personal wills would have chosen, we spent as much time together as possible. We did all the things for each other that had always opened our hearts to a greater love of God and life. We visited our favorite places around Mount Carmel, especially lingering by the lone cedar tree, where many years earlier a robed minstrel played his lyre and pipes, calling me to our rendezvous with destiny, and every day saw us together in deep meditation where we found deep solitude and inner peace. When we knew the hour of his departure had come, we came together, emptying our hearts of all that we had shared, and offered it up to the Lord Most High. We knelt in our small chamber, our hands softly caressing each other's hearts, surrendering everything we were to each other and to God. Then I arose and stepped aside of my beloved. He remained in lotus position upon our pallet. I took my place opposite him. By the door, I burned sweet sandalwood, frankincense, and myrrh incense. As I stood before my beloved, I offered up the Psalms of David and the Psalms of Hathor, Isis, and Osiris. Joachim went into deep meditation. I saw his subtle bodies expanding around him in glorious rainbow-hued geometric patterns. Energy fields pulsed with his deep rhythmic breathing until a deep silence arose, as if the breath were being sucked in. Then there was stillness, as Joachim's last breath passed ever so slowly through his pursed lips. From that point onward, his body was sustained entirely by prana. His beautiful countenance radiated profound serenity as he gradually released his physical focus and surrendered into the source of his being. I witnessed the light gathering around him, as he slowly lifted his consciousness in a spiraling fashion from the base of his spine. The serpent energy quickened and rose up. The light increased until Joachim was wrapped in a fog-like mist. His face became transparent. His subtle energy field spun faster and faster. Then I beheld his spirit lift up through his crown. His glory was magnificent to feel and behold. The silver cord connecting his soul to his body spun in a helical fashion, as all his life force moved up and out of every cell of his physical body. The capstone of the etheric golden pyramid above Joachim's head glowed with a blinding gold-white light. Every cell in my body was quickened with life force, even as Joachim's body was slowly emptying. It was not that his life essence was entering me. It was that the universal life force was magnified in my body, while I held the space for Joachim's full consciousness to depart its focus out of his physical form. Then Joachim's silver cord snapped. Slowly the heavenly vision closed, and our chamber dimmed. Joachim's body was still sitting in his favorite meditation position. I remained where I was for hours, continuing to assist Joachim's ascending consciousness. The light began to depart from the form before me until there was but a dim blue glow surrounding it. When I knew it was time, I gently approached the body, lovingly taking it into my arms and laying it upon the pallet. I removed the clothing and, using spikenard balm and sea salts impregnated with healing oils, I washed and anointed Joachim's body. Then, from a pottery urn containing oil-soaked linens and sheets of cotton gauze used for the shrouding of deceased bodies, and for the regeneration purposes I have explained earlier, I wrapped a cocoon of gauze around the body. I left our room and hurried to Mary Anna and the others to call them to come. Next, I walked around the circumference of the Mount Carmel compound, ringing the small bell that denoted the passing of the soul of one of our community. I performed my ritual washings and joined with those who now were stepping one by one into my cell, offering their prayers and blessings to Joachim and to themselves. At last, Eli, who was trained more fully than I in the process of embalming, came with 2 other brothers to remove Joachim's body to the special room set aside in the infirmary for such purposes. For 3 days before burial, we acknowledged the passage of Joachim's soul to a new life, because our community understood and realized that his departure was taken as an adept who knows how to consciously pass from the physical body. There was something of an air of celebration instead of great weeping and keening. Yet, to be sure, there were tears and sadness because our beloved brother and father was no longer with us on the physical plane. For myself, there was an agonizing grief as I slowly released my immortal beloved, who was as my own self. There was a place within my soul that would not be comforted. It was as if my heart had been torn and broken with the memory of our one soul's first rending into male and female. My solace was in the knowing we were one, and that the divine love of our Father, Mother, God had called Joachim to a greater assignment. I knew Joachim had merged with a larger portion of our oversoul, so that he could assist the coming of the teacher of righteousness from the other side of the veil. See that? They do work on the other side of the veil. He knew he had to go to the other side to do the things that he needed to do. That's why he left. Right? Ding, ding, ding. Yes. Joachim and I would continue to commune on the inner planes as he fulfilled his ethereal role. Even though I was comforted in knowing the purpose of Joachim's departure, I still felt the torment within my soul over our mortal separation. And this is also a message to me from my mom. Being it's her day, the 10th of April was the day she departed. This is her telling me, confirming for me that, yes, she's over there working. She's over there doing the things that she could not do here, right? Even though I was comforted in knowing the purpose of Joachim's departure, I still felt the torment within my soul over our mortal separation, which had renewed the sting of the original separation that was God's plan in the beginning of time. So I resolved to heal my heart by opening my being to the great work that was now upon us. The Anointed One, he who would demonstrate the way of a Christ, had come among us. He was here, right here in Carmel. He was within the womb of our beloved Mary Anna, and his precious body was growing daily. His great soul was fast approaching its advent into the earth. How could I lament my loneliness when everything for which I had prepared so many long years was now upon me? So it was with steadfastness that I directed my attention to the work at hand. Joachim's body lay in a communal cemetery cave near a grove of cedars and cypresses. And though I would come remembering our love with offerings of flowers and psalms each week before the Sabbath, I turned my great attention to preparing the young maidens for their light conceptions and seasons of giving birth. Wow. Flower power. I didn't tell you the story so that you would be sad for me. I told you the story because it doesn't matter how people go out. There's always a reason for it. Everything happens for a reason. You know that since she's been gone, she has saved the life of my children and my husband. All of them. All of them. They help from the other side. They can actually do more from the other side than you can in these little tiny bodies. Yes. We rise because of the things that we go through. We rise. Yes. When we stop letting death and dying get us down, when we realize that energy never dies, life is so much lighter. Life is so much lighter. It is a big game. It is a big game. Yes. No worries, Lynette. It'll be up in YouTube. It'll be up in YouTube. You guys can just go back to that part. Yeah, no worries. All right. We have another message from... We're probably not going to get through this whole message, I don't think. This is a long one. This one is consciously focusing the creative energy within. Good afternoon, my friend. It is I, Tonia Soltec, come in the radiant one light of Creator Source. Be at peace. There we go. Yes, that's how I feel about Eugene. He has shown me a greater love more now so than he could in his earthly body. He saved our son from harming himself. He also says he left so that I would meet. Yes, I agree. Right? I agree. The one that can return the love I give. Yes, exactly. Please find comfort in knowing that all is as it should be and that there are reasons for all things. I just said this. I just said these words. This is more confirmation. You may not be able to see the why at any given moment, but with persistence in your searching, that which you seek will be revealed to you as you are ready for the same. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit, for coming in with this. From a higher perspective, all is seen in terms of energy flows. Ding, 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 I just said this. The ability for one to understand and use these energies in a responsible manner is what living is all about. There would seem to be various conflicts in this idea. For many are efforting to utilize energy in such a manner as to keep others from tapping and utilizing the same potential within. This sort of suppression is what has placed your world in the state of turbulence that it is in today. Oh, absolutely. They're always with you. They never leave you. As ones begin to awaken to the true purpose of experience, they will rightfully begin to utilize their own inner determination, and thus also begin, perhaps for the first time in their current experience, to take control of their destiny. This is a new experience for most of you, to consciously take control of your life. That is, take control of your energy flow. Most at this time are in a state of semi-consciousness and are constantly being lulled back to sleep or overwhelmed to a point of various levels of shutdown. This is to say that ones are being bombarded so heavily with external pressures and worries that they find little to no time for the inner part of life that would bring nourishment and balance. Money has become a primary consideration for most people. Your world has become brainwashed into believing that you must first create the money before you can have anything. This is a very big lie. Money is, in its purest form, a means of exchanging energy. The fundamental concept is not too different from the flow of electricity in a circuit and the storage of that energy in a battery. You work, put forth energy in exchange for dollars, which are a mode of storing that energy of work. The dollars can then be converted back into energy by such as paying a contractor to build a new front porch for you, or even by purchasing a washing machine, which itself is a product of the labor's energy of others. Did you guys see the video I made yesterday in the olden days about the washing machine? You cannot make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Wow. My goodness. The most overlooked fact is that the process of creation begins with desire, not money. The inner desire of the heart will radiate out to the rest of the universe, and your desires will begin to manifest. If you struggle constantly to find money, then your focus must be upon dollars. Let me ask you this. Did you come into this experience to seek out and create dollars? Let us assume your answer is no. Then why do most of you put dollars foremost in your experience? Those of you who focus on projects and see them as complete seldom have any problem with the incidentals of money. The difference is in your thoughts or beliefs about the same. If you believe that you must first have the money prior to doing anything, then you are greatly mistaken, and very little will get done while you wait and continue to worry. Remember your past lessons. You live in a bipolar electric pulse wave universe. The physical is a product of this energy, not the other way around. The energy that created your planet, sun, solar system, galaxy, universe, and beyond came first in the form of desire, not money. Who could pay for such? How much do each of you pay for the sun to shine each day? The point here is to illustrate that money is a distant second to the creative desire that wells up within. If you are having trouble with money, then look carefully at what you plan to do with it when you get it. When you can take what little you have and move forward an inner desire and put energy into manifesting your desire, you will find a multiplication of that energy, because the most basic law of creation states, go forth and create. Go forth and create. Yes. Aw, thank you, Jen, for the team bracelets. Thank you for the likes, the loves. Hit that thumbs up over here in YouTube. Get the algorithm. Get this back on the FYP so people can hear this who need to hear it, and thus expand and grow. This implies the use of energy. The same energy that was used to create the physical universe. The same energy that was used to create you. The same energy. When you can become more focused upon the end desire of what it is that you want and not upon the money you think you need to accomplish that end desire, you will have 90% of the creation completed. K Music, I just answered your question. Put your energy and focus into what you want, and you'll get it. You will only have to recognize the opportunities when they present themselves to you. In most cases, you will be amazed by the consequences that begin manifesting all around you. You're a master manifester. Act like it. This is how you create the miracles. This is the secret to creating your own luck, whether it be good or bad. There is no reason that any of you should lack for anything you are wanting. For many of you, you have been trained to believe you must work hard for what you have. I say to you now, when you can get rid of these old programs and come into a better understanding of the true nature of yourself, as well as the energy framework of the current experience you are in, you will realize that this limitation is not so. How hard do you think God worked at creating you or your physical universe with its trillions of suns and planets? He did not have to work at this, for he understands perfectly the laws of creation. Neither do you when you can let go of the old ways of thinking. When your idea is more inspired than not, others will recognize the value of adding their energy to yours in both desire and, if need be, money. This is the secret of those who are lightning rods for facilitating projects. The magnetism of the confidence that they radiate literally attracts whatever is needed to accomplish the goals. When the focus is more on the lack of something, then the energy you attract will be more of the same, and you will multiply your lack. This is at the heart of the mind control programming strategy aimed at you ones by the elite would-be kings. If you can come to recognize what is at work here, you can reverse this downward spiral. When a good idea can be held in the heart, and you can see the idea begin to manifest ever more solidly within, you will, if you hold the thought long enough, begin to attract more and more ideas into your consciousness. If you but allow for them to come. This is where the value of focused persistence comes into the equation. Maybe the better word here is to become passionate about your ideas. What is fundamentally implied is a flowing of creative energies in the same way that electricity or water or wind currents must flow to be useful in the natural order of balanced energy exchange. Many of you will block these energy flows due to past programming of your middle class, suppressed upbringing. Those of you who came from a more affluent upbringing will generally find that you seldom lack those things you desire, for you were not programmed with negative beliefs regarding money. Any of you can overcome the past programming and beliefs and thus change how you flow energy. When you become more consciously aware of how you are focusing your energy, thoughts, and desires, you will begin the first step necessary for taking control of your destiny. Yes, you desire nothing, you have everything. Exactly. You will find that you spend less time sitting around waiting for something to happen and more time creating the life experiences that you want. The manner in which you focus your energy is directly related to all aspects of your life. Whether it be money or health concerns or relationships with others, look first to where you are placing your thoughts and desires, your energy. You will see that, for instance, when you overly fixate upon a health problem, then there will be a multiplication of that desire and it will likely get worse. This is why a placebo is so often effective for curing someone, because they believe and thus focus their thoughts on the new belief instead of the old. Isu Jesus Emmanuel rarely healed anyone while in his teaching mission upon your planet. Rather, it was usually the strong belief of those he touched, which allowed these passionate ones to heal themselves. Why does the cell song work, guys? Because we believe in it. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Right? I'm so happy. I'm so happy. It raises your frequency. Yes. Hello, Teresa. Hi, beautiful angel. The creation is not interested in what, from your vantage point, you may term good or evil, right or wrong. The creation is only interested in expansion and growth. From that experiential vantage point, all can be viewed as learning. When you put forth a desire and hold that desire within your heart, it will be multiplied. When you are inspired, you most often pump great energy into that inspired idea, and thus you will see more clearly the energy amplification. This is a key to the success of those you call great artists. From a technical point of view, success comes from the energy accumulating and thus idea manifesting condition held in place by the force field of the inspiration. Likewise, when you hold on to a state of negativity, negativity shall accumulate around you. When you live, for instance, in a chronic state of depression, you will often pump great amounts of energy into the depression and thus amplify your desire for more depression. This is why it is often said that there are two great motivators of people: inspiration and desperation. Remember, you live in that bipolar, yin versus yang, positive versus negative, yes versus no, right versus wrong, electromagnetic pulse wave universe of light. There are ones on your planet at this time who know well these basic concepts of energy flow and energy utilization, but not all of them are what you would refer to as nice people. When these ones can keep you, in a sense, fat, dumb, and happy between the two polar opposite extremes, then they can more easily control you. That is like a cornered animal. If you are driven to become too desperate, you become dangerous to these ones who are trying to control you. In a condition of desperation, your resourcefulness may be inspired to kick in and do something creative. Likewise, when you finally awaken to the true energy-driven nature of this material canvas upon which you have chosen to paint your everyday levels of confidence and inspiration become such that you cannot easily be fooled or controlled, and there again you become a threat to the would-be controllers, The last thing they want is for you to grow beyond their manipulation techniques. Yeah. This is enough for now. This message contains the insights which many are looking for, yet do not quite know it. May this be of value to those of you who desire to know why your life's experiences have been what they have been. I am Cirrus Antonius Tonius Saltek, come as teacher and guide. I am sent by our Father, Aton, the One Light. Blessings and salut. And the date for that was November 2nd. November 2nd was the date for that message. Yes, wonderful message. Always great to hear these messages from the Ascended Masters. They teach us how to create, how to manifest, to be confident in ourselves that we are who we say we are. Yes. Remember who we are. Yes, it is remembering who we are. It is what you're doing right now, Victoria. And Footprints is playing. It was then that I carried you, right? When things get too hard for us here on this planet, we give it over. We give it over to the team on the other side of the veil that is there for us whenever we need them. Yes. Yeah. All right, we have 9 minutes till snaps. Anyone in here? Don't forget to vote for Victoria's picture. I'm asking. Ask and you shall receive. Right? Victoria, if you want to make another video about it, I will be sure to duet that video. I will duet that video. Yeah, sure. There you go. Hello.
I'm going to make it short and sweet. I've had a pretty mind-bending 24 hours, and a couple of you know. And my advice, and this is not me talking, is to just let's all help each other and take care of each other. If you see someone in need, help them. We are all people that need to unite and come together, and now it's time. I'm going to say it. Ding, ding. This is it. If you haven't believed what Opal has been preaching every single day, it's time to get with the program and get your ass moving.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do today.
Wonderful.
I bet Victoria knows. It's a secret. I have a very big secret to tell everybody sometime. It's really cool.
Awesome.
That's all.
Okay. Did you get my email?
Well, I had problems yesterday. Oh, the other thing I wanted to tell people is, for some reason, we should all have a second phone. I don't know why. And just focus on, let's all just, if you've been hearing what Opal's been saying for how long now? How long's it been?
3 years?
Yeah, it's true. Everything that comes out of Opal's mouth is the truth. And I'm speaking the truth, and I want everybody in here to hear it, because we need to unite together. I love everybody, just like you do, Opal.
Yeah.
The veil's lifted. Today's the day.
Yeah, today's the day.
I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye. We got 6 minutes till snaps. That was Jill, Trina. Yep, that was. I've always seen all of you at a soul level. I feel your energy and I know your frequency. And when I say to you guys, you are the teachers. When I see you guys doing lives and teaching, I'm like, yes, she stepped into it, or he stepped into it. Because I feel like I am a teacher of teachers through the words of the Ascended Masters I teach. Right? Oh, they probably had real life. But that's okay, because they were here at the beginning. Always stay humble and kind. Oh, she's there. Help each other, love each other. Yes. Always. I'm happy to talk with any of you guys. You know that. You can reach me on Discord. And if you need my number, if you need to talk, just have to message me first, because I don't answer my phone for people I don't know. It may take me a few to get back to you if you message me on Discord, because I'm not always on there. But always in divine time. Always. And I will talk to you if you have questions. Oh, we're singing the Song of Orion at 11:11 every day. Or I am. Spirit told me I am to sing that song. Aw, Teresa, I'm reaching out to you, darling. Giving you a big old hug. Giving you a big old hug out there, Teresa. You're going through it right now, and I know. I don't want you to take this the wrong way in any way possible, Teresa, but if you go and see your mom, I'm telling you, your mom is not going to exit the planet until you tell her it's okay. One of the things that I had to do as a certified nurse's assistant, I worked in a hospital. And sometimes these people didn't want to leave. And they had no one. And I was the one that told them, it's okay. It's okay to go. And sometimes we have to be that person that says, it's okay to go. And I know that because you're her daughter, that's hard to say, but she has chosen to exit the planet now. She's lived a beautiful life, and she had beautiful children, and you took care of her. You did your job, And now it's time for her to go home, and it's time for you to tell her it's okay to go home. But she is not going to leave with you in the room. I feel that. Yes, Mark. They hold on because of us. Sometimes you have to tell them it's okay to go. And then they finally can release and be free. Yes. Oh, yeah. It's the love we don't want to leave our loved ones. Yeah. All right, here we go. We're going to do our snaps. Shall we do our snaps? Okay. This is our butterfly, and all y'all are on here that want to be on here. Fixing these phones on my hands. And this is our past loved ones, always with us. There's Freebird. There's good old Russell coming in. Here is our room. Forest Fairy did this for us. And this is the dragon energy, the priest, the pan, the joker, the mother goose, the XOXO. We are safe in here. The magic and time travel with the hummingbird, the white rabbit, because we do go down the rabbit holes. I don't gatekeep information. And this is, Steffi did this for us, reminding us that we're always watched over and loved and protected. This is who we are. We are the rainbow butterflies of the Hopi prophecy, here to raise the frequency of the planet. Here's the song of the 144,000. Songs are very important, right? Songs and songs. So we thank you, Mother Father, that you have revealed to us your protective universal light, that within this light is complete protection from all destructive forces, that the Holy Spirit of your presence permeates us in this light, and wherever we will, the light to descend. And we thank you, Mother Father, that you fill us with your protective fires of love, that within this love is complete protection from all destructive thoughts and feelings, that the consciousness of Christ is lifted up in us in this love, and wherever we will the love to be inflamed. Here is a big old lucky hug for everyone in here, empowering yourself and creating. And we thank you, Mother Father, that you are in us and we are in you, and that through us your will is sent forth on wings of power, that your purpose is accomplished on earth as it is in heaven, and that through us your light and love and power is manifest to all the sons and daughters of mankind. We are the love. We are the light. We are the truth. We are. And divine love is working through us here and now to create our new earth and bring in the golden age. And here is our healing chain. All these people have asked us to connect our energy with theirs so that they can heal themselves. So however you do that, with light language, with Reiki, with crystal healing, or with prayer. I'm going to call in Archangel Raphael and have him connect his energy to all these beautiful people. And we are going to send them love, light, and healing energy now. All right. Thank you for that, everyone. Okay. So we learned a little bit about archons yesterday and the work of the archons. I shared a couple of videos that I came across yesterday about archons. Funny that we had talked about it earlier in the day. But they can and do try to put us off our path. We just have to stay vigilant, stay light, right? So an archon came into by the name of Philo, came into Joe and Elizabeth's life and is making hell on earth for Elizabeth. And got into her and tried to unalive Joe. So he thank God he got her out of it. And then we're gonna talk about what happened afterwards. Yes, archons are bad. Well, they're evil. They're evil. Archons are evil. They're the ones that are the heads of the reps and Dracos. Yeah. Philo just came yesterday, Trina, and possessed Elizabeth, and she tried to unalive her husband. Yep. You asked Chat GPT? Yeah. Can't remember. I was scrolling through TikTok last night, and Fitzy had a really cool AI thing going on in his room. It was pretty cool. I listened for a little bit. Okay, so this is what happened after that. I said, giving him a quick handshake followed by an embrace. Okay, you're hurt, he said, looking at my wound. The silly guy, said Elizabeth, he sewed himself up. Can you help him? Oh, right, John shows up, right? John shows up. Let's take a look, he said, pulling the bandage off. Actually, the stitching isn't bad. He then pulled a small bag out of his knapsack and handed it to me. Make a poultice out of these herbs and apply it to the wound. It will aid in healing and prevent infection. Can't you just touch him or something and make him better? She asked. There is a law that must be adhered to before something like this can occur. All healing must occur from the bottom up. The tiny lives that compose these herbs have a right to fulfill their destiny just as we do. Now is their chance to serve a purpose greater than themselves. We do not want to deny them this. What the world calls miracles can occur only after we have done all we can on our own to accomplish the same purpose. He then walked over to Elizabeth, extended his hand, and said, "You need some strength. Grab my hand." She took his hand in hers. Then John said, "Universal energy flows into me, through me, and to you. Do you feel the flow?" Hello, purple roses. Hello, beautiful angel. I think so, she said with reservation. Feel again, he said. She closed her eyes as if concentrating, and after a few seconds, her eyes lit up. Yes, now I feel it for sure. It's like warm electricity flowing through my body. Just a few more seconds, he said, pausing. There. Elizabeth lifted herself up on the bed and said, I feel like I may be able to get out of bed. Go ahead, he said. She lifted herself carefully off the side of the bed, and I held her hand as she stood. I think I can walk, she said. Then she took a few steps and seemed to be okay on her own. Will this be temporary again? I asked. I channeled some extra vital energy or prana to her. This will give her strength for most of the day, he said, looking at Elizabeth. Do you feel well enough to make us a hot beverage? I think so, she said. How about some coffee? Sounds good, he said. That would be a nice change. Where I've been lately, they do not drink coffee. So where have you been lately? I asked curiously. Like I said, a place where they do not drink coffee. I think they call it hell, he replied with a deadpan look. There were a few seconds of uncomfortable silence on my part as I was trying to absorb this statement. Then John chuckled, and I was relieved to rediscover that even advanced entities like John have a sense of humor. However, he never did reveal where he had been. I made a poultice out of the herbs in the bathroom and applied it to my wound. It felt very soothing. We then went downstairs and settled around the table. The aroma of fresh ground coffee filled the air as we took our first sips. Those herbs feel great, I said. I swear I can feel those little lives being thrilled to assist me. Your perception may not be that far off, he said. Interesting, I replied. So how have you been doing on your collection of truisms? He asked, looking at me. I've got a good start. There are collections of cliches to research, but there does not seem to be any collection of popular truisms as you define them. I just have to write them down as they come to me, and they are very elusive. When one comes to mind, if I do not write it down right away, it seems to flee from my memory. John smiled and said, like here today, gone tomorrow? More like here 1 minute, gone the next, I said, adding a play upon the truism. I've collected all I have so far on the computer. Let me get you a printout. I went to the workroom, retrieved the printout, and handed it to John. I think there are about 100 of them here. I've rejected about 3 or 4 for each one I have kept, I said, sitting down. Good, said John. I'm glad you remember that not every cliche is a truism. A truism must reveal or hint at some built-in thought which touches upon a true principle. He pored over the list for a moment and added, this is a good start. You should be able to acquire several hundred more before you're done. Just remember to go after quality rather than quantity. If the statement isn't widespread in public speech or doesn't carry an inherent truth, it is best to not include it. Understood. I'll just attempt to keep the eternal words, I said. Yes, said John. Now let us examine where we left off last time. Basically, the main principle which interferes with communion as it proceeds through the various layers is corruption. As the normal clothing of a thought, which we call words, is passed from one interpretation, translation, or opinion to another, corruption sets in. The interesting thing is that the person doing the corrupting usually thinks he is making an improvement when he is really taking away from the genius of an original thought. A reason that corruption of ideas in words is so universal is that each person wants to add his creativity to the whole. This is fine as long as it stands alone and is identified as his own creative work. But it's not so good if he takes the thoughts of another, changes them, and presents them as unchanged. What we are talking of here is closely allied to the principle of entropy. Do you understand how this works? I think so, I replied. It's a tendency of all organized form to break down and lose its organization unless some intelligent force prevents it or reorganizes. That's a reasonable definition, for it gets at the principle. Give me an example. I reflected and said, let's say I build a sandcastle. If I leave it alone and apply no intelligent force to maintain its existence, the random elements will come along and wear it down until any sign of intelligent creation is gone, and all we have is a smooth beach. So how would you counter this entropy and maintain the sandcastle, he asked. All form disintegrates, but a sandcastle does so very quickly. So I would have to stay at the beach day and night and keep rebuilding it. John reflected a moment and answered. The deteriorating sandcastle represents our normal communications in this world. The original form or meaning quickly deteriorates as it is passed from one person to another, unless there is an intelligent correction. This is one reason why widespread gossip is so destructive. As the original communication goes through the layers of people, the meaning is corrupted. Because of this, sometimes even a positive statement about another can turn into a negative in the end. Even though it is the nature of entropy and corruption to cause all intelligent form and thought in this world to deteriorate, there is a solution which is found in the original idea. There was a time when the first playful human went to the beach and made a sandcastle. Others walked by, saw it, and thought it was a cute idea. But then it wasn't long before the wind and the waves made it disappear. Tell me this, when the first sandcastle was destroyed, did this spell the end to them? No, I said. Others saw the sandcastle and thought it was a neat idea. Since then, millions of them have been created. So was the first sandcastle really destroyed then? I suppose that only the form was destroyed, but the idea remains. But was the form destroyed? Do you not see the form of a sandcastle on most every beach you visit? I think I see what you are getting at, I said. The idea of a sandcastle, along with its form, continues to exist, even if the elements that represent the form crumble. Yes, he said. The sand is not the form of the castle, but represents the form. All form represents an idea, and all ideas are founded upon some eternal principle. We have therefore the eternal triangle of form, idea, and principle. An eternal word is a word that conveys the true idea, so it will never be lost or destroyed. The first sandcastle is long gone, but the original idea is recreated every day and can be seen on beaches as long as human thought continues on this planet. Interesting, I said. So the first sandcastle still exists amidst all the beaches of the world, as it is recreated by fun-loving people. I guess we must learn to differentiate between real form and that which makes up the form. Exactly, said John. Even though the first sandcastle was not written with a pen or spoken with the mouth, it was nevertheless an eternal word that shall not pass away. And there's puzzle. There it is. Okay. There are many other ways to write or speak to the mind of another without the use of pen and ink. I just realized something, guys. I didn't get a restriction today. Are we winning? Are we winning? Wow, that's so cool. Like pictures, injected Elizabeth. Oh, we're going to talk about pictures. There are many other ways to write or speak to the mind of another without the use of pen and ink. Like pictures, injected Elizabeth. Actually, all physical communication boils down to pictures, he replied. Even the basic alphabet is composed of pictures, of symbols, which, when pieced together, create a bigger picture. The first letter of the alphabet is a picture of a sound, whereas a sandcastle is a picture of many sounds. So you could say that the sandcastle is a picture worth 1,000 words, she said. Good point, he said. What we call pictures are many smaller pictures placed together to present a grander imagery. The picture or form of the sandcastle is temporarily manifested through the sand. The sand is not the form, but the manifestation or vehicle of the form. So we could extend this and say that our flesh and blood and bones are not the real form of our bodies, but the manifestation of that form, I said. Correct, he said. It's funny, I said. I always thought of form as being temporary because this is taught in many different teachings from the East. You are adding a new insight in telling us that it is only the manifested form that is temporary, but the form itself is an idea which is eternal. Yes, he said. This principle has either been misunderstood or left out of many teachings of the past. Every form is eternal because the idea behind each form has no beginning and no end. All ideas of form come into manifestation eventually, exist for a time, and then go out of manifestation. Even so, the existence of the form remains on subtle planes. Fascinating, I said, mentally readjusting my belief system. Now, let us go back to the question from my last visit, he said. If you are the originator of words conveying ideas, forms, and principles, how do you prevent your words from being corrupted? If you are the first receiver, how do you make sure you hear and pass it on properly? We must recognize that the typical earthly teacher cannot always go back to the physical source, but there is much he can do. What is it? I reflected and replied. If we go back to the game of Chinese whispers, and I am the first person receiving the message, then I must make sure I receive the message correctly. Right. And how do you do that? I suppose I must listen carefully. Listening is not enough, but enables you to do what? To hear. And hearing enables you to do what? I'm not sure. You need to be sure. This is the key word we are approaching. The key word, I said excitedly. I didn't expect to be close to it for another couple visits. Did you say the key word? You listened, you heard, but did you apply the key word to what I just said? Elizabeth pushed me on the shoulder and said, I think we may be missing something. Pay attention. Okay, I replied to her. I looked at John and replied, I listened, I heard, but apparently have not applied the key word. Am I close enough to get it this visit? Are you? If you applied the key word, you would know. Something says yes, I said with some excitement. And what is that something? Intuition, soul, the spirit, the God within, the oneness principle. It could be any of these. These are available to every person on the planet, yet very few receive communion from them. What is the difference between the one who receives communication and the one who does not? I don't know. Maybe the one who receives just puts more attention on it. And placing more attention on it causes him to do what? It causes him to understand. But before he understands, he does what? I reflected. I think I'm at a dead end. You're making it too complicated for yourself. Now I am going to slowly sip on this cup of coffee and finish it. If you do not have the keyword by the time I am finished, I will be somewhat disappointed, and your lesson will be delayed. I can't take that risk, I said. I can't risk delaying Elizabeth's healing. Then you had better get busy thinking, he said, and thinking of your problems will just get in the way. It is best if you empty your mind of all concerns as I finish this cup of coffee. He then took a big sip, leaving the cup about half full. This took me back to the pressure I felt when he forced me to retrieve the first keyword. I felt fortunate this time, for he said my failure would delay my lessons. The first time this happened, he indicated that my whole mission may be aborted. Even so, a delay could wind up costing Elizabeth her life, so the pressure seemed just as great. Meanwhile, as I was worrying, John took another sip of coffee. Seeing him casually sipping the coffee jolted me to reality. I had to put all concerns out of my mind. I had to forget about Elizabeth. forget about my mission, John, my fate, and concentrate only on the key word. Aw, thank you, Purple Roses. Thank you, darling. I listen, I hear, and then understand. What comes in between? What could it be? John took another sip. Stop drinking, I said. I think I may have it. Okay, he said, putting his cup down. I listen, I hear, and before I understand, I receive. Is receive the key word? Is it? He asked. I'm not sure, I said sheepishly. You have one chance at this time to get it, so it had better be right. Is that your guess? I wanted to say yes. It seemed the logical answer, but then I studied John. There was something about the look in his eye that unnerved me. It made me unsure that receive was it. I tried to tune into his mind through the oneness principle, but sensed he had a barrier that blocked me. Since there seemed to be something in the ethers, like a very faint echo. I studied his aura, the atmosphere around him, but to no avail. Now, if this were Elizabeth, I could read her like a book. But as John got back to drinking his coffee, as if he had not a thought or care in the world, I found the decision very difficult. John put his cup down and looked at me. Is that your guess? Let me think, I said. I sat back and closed my eyes and attempted to bypass thoughts about Elizabeth, John, coffee, and go directly to the oneness principle. How did the word receive reverberate into the world of the soul? It may be the right keyword for some questions, but was it right for this one? After a moment's concentration, I opened my eyes, looked at John, and replied, no, that's not my guess. Then what is? He said, placing his cup, less than a quarter full, back on the table. I'm not sure yet, I said, feeling like my head was throbbing. Just relax, he said. You concluded that receive is not the key word, but you used the key word to come to this conclusion. What is the key word? Could it be discernment? I wonder. I have been using the key word. Indeed, he said, taking another large sip, leaving only one more swallow in the cup. Now, what is the key word? The key word, I thought to myself as I threw myself limp back on my chair. I hated being under such pressure, but there was no time to feel sorry for myself. Listen, hear, keyword, understand. What could it be? Then my eyes lit up. The key was in the hint that John had just given me. I used the keyword to determine that the word receive was not correct. What did I just do to reach this conclusion? Yes, that was it. I had just done it. Ha ha. All right, guys. That is the lesson for the day, and class is done for the day. Other than we're going to go over to the Discord and sing the Song of Orion at 11:11. Until then, if anyone would like to come up and share anything for today, you are more than welcome to. I think it might be discernment, because he used discernment to get to the conclusion that receive was not the keyword. Interesting, right? Right. All right. So there we go. Such good lessons. Such good lessons. All right. Victoria's coming up. Yoo-hoo.
Hey, hey.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, I just really wanted to say, because this, I'm telling you, this class resonated so much with me. It really, really did. I mean, because I really have come to realize that my soul's mission and my soul's purpose is to share my pictures. Because they hold codes, they
Absolutely.
hold frequency. And and I infuse it with frequencies and codes as well, and to help people remember. And I believe that I have finally figured out what my mission is here, and that is so amazing. I mean, so very powerful for me, because it really is, everything is just clicking, because I've taken pictures for so long. I mean, years and years and years, since in my 20s, you know what I mean? And I just believe that, yes, that I need to be doing something with this. And it's just so beautiful to realize that. And I just want to tell you, I appreciate everybody's support so much, because it really does mean so much to me. And I just want to thank you for that. So yeah, but when it said about the pictures, and you said, every picture is worth 1,000 words. Absolutely. I mean, that just really, really clicked with me. It just made it fit and feel right, and for that I'm very grateful. So I appreciate that. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to say. I'm still in first place, so I just want to let everybody know that. So that's amazing for me, and I'm just so very grateful for everyone and everybody. So thank you.
Absolutely.
So happy you found your zen. You found your space. That's great.
Oh,
That's great. You know what, Spirit? I love playing with the camera with Spirit. Sometimes they take complete control, and it's like they make me take a picture at a certain.
Yes.
It's so much fun. You don't even know that it's like your hand. It's like boop boop boop. It happens so fast, and you almost blink. It's almost like as soon as you take that picture, you blink. Oh, I got a call coming in. Hold on.
But she's absolutely right, because with so many of my pictures, I mean, it's just like it's spirit guided. It's like, okay, I know I need to take a picture over there, for some reason. And then when I look at them and edit them, that's what, when I realize, I mean, I get the moment, because I'm directed to wherever to take the picture,
So much fun. I gotta go though. I got a call. I have to go. I love you. I wanted to show my support. Just Christina, I love you. You've been glowing lately. I just want to say that too. I miss you guys. I can't wait. Maybe we should start doing a couple. I was thinking about this. Maybe we need to do a couple Urantia book evening nights, like from 7 till 9 or something. I don't know. Just right? Maybe.
Right?
Really hard.
It's so busy.
Then I
so busy.
Go to sleep on that.
I don't have a problem with any time.
Yeah, I think that, because we were doing it for, I think we got to switch up the times too. So we'll do that. We'll try that out. But I wanted to show my support, because Opal, this live was your lives are honestly, they're the most soul-filling experience that I can on TikTok. Like, such a great family, so much love, and the knowing that comes through, the alignment with everything that's happening in your life. It was just like I was saying things, and then the book was saying things. I
know.
Said that. Come on.
Yep.
Like it's just so good. And I'm on paper. I want to share too, because I'm gonna, before I move, I'm going to be done this. I am on paper 193. This is the biggest book I've ever read from front to back. Every single day I read this book for over a year, and I got 3 papers left. 3 papers, guys.
Wow.
It's got time for it.
It's wonderful.
Bible paper material. That's a big book.
It's a big book. It's bigger than the Bible. I finished the Bible front to back in a couple months, man. This has taken me forever. Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
So last night we were visited, and so it happened right here, and that's why I know there's.
I love you. I'm going to listen. I'm going to drop.
Yes.
I can feel them still. So
you know, Orion's belt was right there, right? I know these stars because I'm a sky watcher, so I spent a lot of time outside and a lot of time with my sky watch thing that identifies you know, what the stars are and the all of it, right? And so last night I'm looking here. Now Orion's belt is right here, and you've got the stars that are indicative to them that show that it's Orion's belt, plus the little loopy thing down here, right? Right here.
Right.
Big freaking lights. 3 huge aligned with Orion, like in this alignment. So I'm sitting out here and I could feel it. Like I could feel the pressure. I could feel like the change in me, in my physical. And so all of a sudden, they start showing themselves everywhere.
Oh,
it's
that's
like
beautiful.
They were flying in and out of that big giant ship, and they were everywhere. And I was like, Bobby, and then I meditated, like staring up at the ship, and it looked like, and that's why Lady Venus came in, because when Venus, and this happened like, I don't know, 3 years ago, like it was shortly after my awakening. And I'm looking up at Venus when I could see Venus for the first time, and I'm looking up at it, and it made like this giant, hot, like almost like, I can't call it the flower of life because it didn't look like, it looked like more like honeycombs, like geometry of honeycombs, but it was all geometric. And so I'm looking up at it, and all of a sudden, and I'm asking Bobby, do you see what's happening? Do you see what's going on in the sky? And he couldn't see what I could see.
Oh, wow.
And oh my gosh. And like everything just went. And it formed like this giant dome.
Yes.
You know, I can't. Is that, I can't.
That's awesome.
That's exactly what I was seeing.
Yeah, I can't.
That's exactly what I was seeing.
I don't think, I mean, Bobby can't see it yet, and I can't say that he's not going to see it because he evolves every day into bigger and better. But I love the downloads he gets are so
talking.
different, so different than the way that I get the information. And you know, all I kept feeling is, you know, because my question is, you know, I'm out of my comfort zone. Y'all know that. And rebuilding and restarting. But, you know, I was reading something yesterday that kept, you know, if I'm not if I'm uncomfortable, then I know that I'm growing, because I know that I'm trusting my instinct and myself to grow into this new life, this new endeavor. And I know we're all being tried right now, but just to have faith, because, you know, this house was led to us on 2/22, and that was my grandma Peachy's birthday. And I really didn't think we were going to get it because, you know, my credit is not great. Because
I'm sure you do.
You got it.
I lost everything and stuff like that. And so, so when he called me on the 28th, because he was supposed to call me on the 27th, by the end of the day, he said, you know, you won't hear from me. You'll hear from me in the next 24 hours, basically, is what he said. So we were going on day 2, day
wonderful.
Right? And on the last day of February, he called me because I already just like surrendered and said, you know, we're not getting it. And I went into the apartment. I was telling Val this. Went into the apartment and changed everything around and became so appreciative of everything that I had in that moment, in that, and I still am. Like, you know, I am just so grateful for every moment. And so, hey Teresa, I just, you know, I'm still like, pinch me. Am I here? Like, really? Is this really happening? You know, hi.
Yes. You have your boxes. Yes, it's really happening. Yes, honey. Yes, it is. And I've always seen this for you. Always. Since the very first time that you told me about the bees, I could see that for you.
I'm calling you. That's why I've been trying to call you to find out when the official move-in day is, so I can get your housewarming gift put together.
Aw, you're so sweet. You know what? If you come and visit me, that'd be the best housewarming gift.
Oh, I know that's right, girl.
That might be a minute, considering.
I'm just saying.
I'm just enjoying this peaceful moment with you guys right now because I have been all over the fridge.
I know. You were telling me. You were telling me about that. You've been just everywhere. But for a very good reason. For a very good reason.
I'm actually at a spot here is like where one of my first gifts came in that I was able to see dead people, you know, hear the unalived spirits and stuff. I mean, I could do it when I was a kid, but when it kicked back in, we're in a parking lot where there's a building that was like an old dilapidated building. The whole front of it was falling off and everything. But there was like this archway, and I sat down in this archway to watch the sunset. Okay, while they were setting up the rest of the rides and stuff, I sat down and I just sat there in this archway to watch the sunset. And this little old Spanish guy came up and sat next to me. And I'm like, his name was Carlos. And he was the one that owned the building behind me. But he had crossed. So now they're telling me to tell Carlos that he's got to go. You know, that all his relatives are on the other side waiting for him, you know, cross the bridge. And if you don't cross the bridge, then this building that you put all your love and your heart and everything into can't move on and be that for someone else. And so that night I helped Carlos cross over. The very next day, they were putting the face on the building. Now, last year when I was here, they stopped working on the building. And I'm like, what is going on? And I started walking around and speaking it into existence and everything. And we got here this year, and it was supposed to be done, okay? It's still not done. But I walked around and I said, what is going on, man? You know, this has been 3 years in the making now. You know, why are they not working on his building? And the very next day now there's a construction crew out there. There's a electric crew out there right now. All within just me saying, get this shit going. This has been here empty long enough, you know? I was like, get out. And then, you know, going. We have to be very humble. And we're not allowed to judge anyone. And we're not allowed to say anything. You know, we just kind of bite our tongues when we're out there.
Yes.
But last week, I had these two high-maintenance girls come into the duck pond. And they were giving me a hard time. She was like, can you get that one down and let me see it? Can you get that one down and let me see it? You know, and I was like, finally I looked at her and I said, this will be the last one I get down for you. Because we have to cookies up for you. Okay, so you got to decide between the two. Well, then the one girl says, well, can't she have them both? And I told her, I actually said to her, I said, I bet you're so much fun going shopping with, you know? And she goes, oh, no, I'm worse. But I told her, I said, she's like, can we just have both of them? I said, no, you can't have both of them. This girl looks at me in my face and called me a crook.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, she said, you guys is nothing but a bunch of crooks out here. And I have no idea, but mother was on me. She instantly said to her, that's you judge someone without looking at thy own house first. I'm like,
Ooh. Somebody got upset. Ooh.
that was, I just
Spilled out of your mouth.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I said, you know, that's too judge. So I don't say zest. First off, that's ancient, okay?
Yeah, no
Judge
joke.
someone,
No joke.
you know, before looking at thy own house first. And then she says, but I didn't call you a crook. I said, sweetheart, you just said you all. So wouldn't that be me?
There you
Oh,
go.
I didn't mean it like that.
That means she was you a game. So what did she expect you to think?
Ignorance.
Now, just be real.
Ignorance.
You guys know
Out of the mouths of ignorance.
Yep, it was out of the mouth
Yeah,
of ignorance.
I
And
know.
guess what wisdom told her? I am here in a dark industry because I am the light, and I am bringing
Exactly.
balance and light to a dark industry.
And even like you're there, there's still people that want to say bad things about me and Bobby, and they will continue to say bad things about me and Bobby.
I don't know.
That's their problem, not my problem. And they think that their words are going to change anything that I'm gonna do in my future. And
Exactly.
Like, some of them are powerful. Like even in meditation, I can feel them push their way in, and I'm like, you know what? You're number one.
Exactly.
Go
There
away.
you go, Christina. That's
Go away.
my motto. And just if they F off, okay. And if you don't like it, keep it moving. I don't care.
Mhm.
Let's keep vigilant.
We're allowed to have this.
Right to think whatever
Especially on
you
this
want.
platform. They all want to say they're love and light. Bull motherfucking shit. I'll be the first one to tell you.
That's right. That's right. That's
You know,
sometimes
listen, I also had an encounter.
I said, you know what? Sometimes you have to come off exactly that harsh with people because that's the only thing that they understand. Unfortunately, because being nice is not going to get it. I mean, you can still come from a place of love, right? But you know,
It's called tough love, and it works.
right in their face before they finally get it.
Yep.
This bag is the word of God.
Right?
Mommy, when I grow up.
I'm serious, because I would just look at him and laugh. I'm sorry. I'd be like, okay.
Even the ascended masters use tough love.
I would just sit there and laugh.
You know?
Yep.
You guys see that this is the word of God, right? Like literally, the grass, the flowers fade, but the word of God endures forever. Isaiah 48, okay?
Yes, indeed.
This was attacked by something unseen.
I'm telling you, they've been getting a lot of people. They've been getting I mean, you know, regular people.
Just
but
shield up.
So they have been coming around, that's for sure.
They attacked the word of God as I was coming into my house last week.
Oh, there you go. Saying
Grabbed it and ripped the corner. Something that was not, you know, other people are like, yeah, sure they did, but no, you know, they really did. And I stepped into the darkness because there was no light on outside the house trailer. Okay, in between the bunkhouse and the house trailer. And I stepped in there, and as I was trying to go up into my stairs, I could literally feel something on my shoulder.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm pulling myself up with God's strength into my house. And as soon as I stepped up into my house, it pulled back and ripped that bag.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'm going to tell you, because a lot of times, y'all know how my movement is, okay? And a lot of times, I'll be coming up the stairs to come up to my room. And I act about halfway, I feel like something pulling on me. And I have to really push up to get up the stairs to get to my room.
They can't touch
feel it. I feel the
But it's there.
It's there.
Okay, so I know what it was.
Like, what I did, I just kind of wiggle my shoulders. That's, you know what, that's
I'm gonna sit here just a second, baby.
shake it up, just wiggle it up. If y'all feel real heavy, like something's on you, just start doing it. Say, I'm gonna shake this off, just shake it all off.
Get behind me.
It shakes up the picks up the flow, and any attachments gotta go.
Well, I know what it was, Victoria. That's the thing. After it all happened and everything, I got to see. We have a ride over here that's called the Joker. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
And the Joker literally has Heath Ledger's face and all those paintings.
Oh, Jesus.
All over it. Okay, and I can feel that energy.
Mm-hmm.
But the boy, the young man that worked on that ride, his name was Robert. And when we were in Miami, I told him, because he'd been painting his face like the Joker, and I told him, I said, you're giving this Joker character a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
And exactly. What the Joker is, I said, I want you to research the Joker and see what the Joker
be aware of what you're doing.
And I said, Heath Ledger played the Joker. He's no longer with us. I said, Joaquin Phoenix played the Joker. His mind is gone. I said, the other guy is having all sorts of marital problems. The one that played the Joker with Harley Quinn.
Right.
So I said, this is not just something that you can just jump into and think you're going to shake it off. Well, his room is the one that was right next door to me, outside the bunkhouse. That Joker attached itself to him to try to get to me, and it didn't work. I got rid of that freaking Joker last week, but I had to tell him, the Joker is, he rules the world.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
They try to make it out to be a joke, but it's not a joke. It really is.
So what's Afronto's got to say? Afronto.
Yep. So.
Yes, Aproto. Welcome to the Butterfly Sanctuary.
Welcome in. Hello.
Welcome in.
Hello everyone, how you doing?
I'm ready.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I'm streaming from Nigeria. Yeah. So nice to meet you guys.
Nice to
So
meet
what's
you.
the topic? I want to know the topic. I'm enjoying the conversation. So can someone tell me the topic?
This is Ascension Class, Ascending Your Consciousness. We're getting ready to sing the Song of Orion.
Oh, that's cool. It's interesting.
There's that song. There's our song, love.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. All you have to do is talk. We hear you.
It's your turn to chat.
Yeah, we're waiting for you to talk.
Okay, so what you guys want me to do now is you to bring up a song.
Yes, we're at 11:11. We sing a song together.
Okay, if I bring it up, we sing the song together, right?
Yes. Absolutely. And all of us are still learning the song. So don't feel bad, if you can't get the words right away. I still can't get them right. So
It's called the Song of Orion.
That's right.
And all of us just gathered, even if we can't sing the words.
That's right.
But we listen, but we're here.
We received.
Yes, we're receiving.
Hey, Trey. Hi, beautiful.
Hi, Trey, honey.
Oh, here comes April.
Love you, sis.
April.
April.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Hello, beautifuls.
Hi, honey.
Oh, I don't know.
And hey, how about the Easter's on
She just says
When's Easter?
There's on 420.
Oh, 420. Wow.
Yeah, next Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be celebrating very highly that day. He is risen.
Barbara.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Love will
figured
find a way.
listen, you know, the
It's
first
gonna
time
find a way
and then
back to
bring it up so you
you.
can maybe listen at a different time. You know, and it does help. It facilitates a change. Actually, it sure does in our DNA. So it's very, very, very cool. Oh,
Are you guys with me? Are you guys hearing what I'm saying?
yeah.
Can you hear it?
Nice song.
My network is breaking down.
I like that. It's nice.
He's risen on 420. Yeah, it is. Proof of heaven.
Another really great book. This is called Proof of Heaven, and it's by a man named Eben Alexander. He was a neurosurgeon.
Oh, wow.
What's the name of it, honey?
The Proof of Heaven.
I see a butterfly on that book cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, Shane. Love you.
I the author of the book.
Love you, Shane.
I the author of the book. Did you write the book?
What's this? What's this? Set what?
This one's called Set Apart.
Oh, wow. Girl.
And then
Look at this.
The Four Agreements, yes.
Oh,
Hippie told us about that one.
Okay. You know what?
Nobody knows where it comes and where it goes. Ooh, awesome, Trey.
You hear me?
Hello, Thunder.
Awesome,
This is what
awesome.
I'm
Hello, Thunder.
right now.
Hello, Christina.
Hi there.
Oh, my goodness.
Hello.
Hey, I can't wait to see your drawing. Woo.
Oh, I got that one.
Oh, look at that. I have that coloring book.
Oh, wow.
My coloring book.
I have that.
I know. I need to get one. I need to get one so bad.
I have the butterfly one too. Two of the butterfly ones.
This is probably going to be Christina's housewarming.
Oh, that's pretty.
I'm working really hard on this.
No, I am not Christian. I believe that I was Muslim.
Beautiful.
I couldn't wait to put this cross up.
You were in a scene.
Oh, that's pretty.
You were in a scene. Absolutely.
The center has Mary Magdala in the center of all the 12 apostles. It actually has 12 apostles.
Awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, and
It's not
the
about us
snake-
being Christian. It's about us knowing the truth. That's all.
Being spiritual and knowing truth. Exactly.
I mean, it even says, I have to point out to the book, you know, a lot to people because it says, it do all things in spirit.
Yes.
In spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in church. In spirit.
In spirit, right. I am my own church.
Right. We are our
own temple.
Yes. Our temples are inside of us.
Yes.
I literally got told in meditation that you're too strong for church.
Yeah.
Go in for a
Yep. Yep.
I used
It
to
is
go
a
in-
stepping stone. I believe it's a stepping stone.
We don't need
Exactly. Okay.
Hello. Can you hear me? Yeah.
What's up, April? We have 2 minutes till
People tend to confuse.
the Son of Orion.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
So get your crystals ready.
Get ready.
If you have an ankh, hold your ankh in your left hand.
Can you hear me?
Painting of that little girl who saw Jesus.
Alright.
We're getting ready to sing the song of Proto. If you want to sing with us, you're more than welcome to sing with us. You'll see the words on the screen in just 1 moment, 1 minute.
Neither do we. You'll be fine.
Right.
I'm the only one here.
Hello, girls. I hear you.
Christina's with me here. All of you.
I need some more voices.
All of you.
Christina, where are you from?
I'm in America. Right in the middle of the country.
Oh.
I'm in America.
Yeah,
Right in the middle of the country. I'm in America.
All right, guys. We're getting ready to sing. Here we go.
Song of Orion, the Aria cum nare.
Ooh. Connecting hearts and minds. Omega Patuma, Omega Patuma, Patuma Egeta Eguna, Omega Patuma, Tretila Iduruna, Tretila Iduruna, Duruna Ekenta Ekuna. Omega Patuma, Omega Patuma, Omega Patuma, Patuma Egeta Ekuna, Omega Patuma, Tretila Iduruna, Tretila Iduruna, Duruna Ekenta Ekuna, Omega Patuma, Omega Patuma, Omega Patuma, Patuma Egeta Ekuna, Omega Patuma, Tretila Iduruna, Tretila Iduruna, Duruna Ekenta Ekuna, Omega Patuma. And so it is. Woo, woo, woo. We are getting better. We are getting better. We were more together that time. Yes. Beautiful.
I was thinking of this first one. I think I should kind of like roll it up and just pour the characters and then I seconds off from the bottom to the top. There's a lag.
Yes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here in TikTok, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Discord. So we had about 11 people.
11?
Yeah, we had about 11.
I don't know why they put stuff on TikTok.
I'm
I'm
gonna
watching
stand
it.
by
There's room today.
you.
Oh, the crackhead moment. Anyway, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Have a good day.
Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Take care.
See y'all later.
Love you guys so much. Yes. Mwah. Big hugs and kisses. See you tomorrow.